doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. How you feeling?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Having a good day so far?
Yeah.
It's good? Alright, so what I just wanted to go over today was the group that we did last week. You remember that one? It was called Purpose in Life.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay? Do you
Yeah.
have the sheet that we did?
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's get into that. Alright, so the first thing that I asked you guys to do was think about problems in the world that you felt are important to you. So things that concern you, things that you want to be different, stuff like that. What were some of the things that you wrote down?
All right. I wrote down poverty,
Mm-hmm.
saving the environment, helping animals, and the opioid crisis.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice. So why did you pick, well, let's start with this. Which one's the most important to you, would you say, out of those 5 or 4?
I would say probably to my life personally, maybe poverty, but to I feel like society, the opioid crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And so what do you mean by poverty? What do you mean your life personally?
Just because I've always struggled with money,
Mm-hmm.
personally.
Was that something that started in your childhood and then moved
Mhm.
into adulthood?
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't really grow up with much.
Right. Okay. And you said the opioid crisis was the other one?
Mhm.
Why'd you pick that one?
I just have a lot of friends and family that struggle with that a lot.
People that are close to you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's definitely affects a lot of people. It's hard to find someone these days that hasn't been affected by that. So thank you
Mhm.
for sharing that. Okay, and the next thing that I asked you guys to do was write down some positive attributes that you felt that you possess. So what are some of the things that you wrote down for that? You don't have to say all of them. You could just say like one or two. This is a little more difficult to share than the first one?
Yeah,
Seems?
I guess so.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I guess it's just hard. It's harder talking about yourself than it is about others.
True. And is it because you have a few things written down? Are you just afraid that people are gonna maybe not agree with that, or?
Yeah, I mean, this is what comes to my mind, but I don't know what comes to everybody else's mind.
Well, that's okay. It's just you and me, so you don't have to worry about that. So maybe just pick one thing that you wrote down.
Empathetic.
Yeah. That's nice. And why did you choose empathetic?
I don't know. I feel like I've been through a lot, so I could understand how I feel about things. So I don't know. I guess it helps me understand how other people feel about things.
Right, so you're saying that you have been through some hard times, and you know that that makes you probably feel sad, I'm sure, or angry at certain people. So when people maybe feel angry and sad, you're able to relate to how you feel and be there for them as opposed to not understanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great quality to have. Maybe one more that you wrote down?
Passionate.
Definitely. And why'd you pick passionate?
I don't know. I have a few things that I'm passionate about.
Yeah? Anything particular?
I would say helping animals.
Yeah? Is that one of the other world problems you wrote down?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And why are you so passionate about helping animals?
I don't know. I always grew up with animals, and I feel like everybody should grow up raising something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm fostering a cat right now for one of my friends.
That's amazing.
While she's on a trip, so.
Yeah. Well, this is perfect because what I wanted you guys to get out of this activity was how can you use your positive attributes to make an influence on those problems that you want to change. So it's great that you were able to connect passionate and helping animals. What about one of the ones that you listed first, like poverty or the opioid crisis? Can you see how any of your attributes could aid in helping those things?
I guess empathetic could help.
Mm-hmm. But why do you think that?
Because I know how it feels to be somebody who, even though I don't know how it feels to have an addiction, I know how it feels to love somebody with an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm empathetic towards that person, their family,
Yeah.
you know, all the systems around them, really.
Yeah, it must be very difficult to have empathy sometimes. You know, it doesn't always come easy for us to be able to do that, to be able to put yourself in the shoes of other people, because it's hard. It requires you to kind of hurt yourself a little bit, you know, because you have to be able to feel what the other person is feeling. Anything else with poverty that you wrote down? That was the first one that you mentioned.
I guess intelligent would work.
Mm-hmm. Why is that? Well, first, why'd you pick intelligent? Because we didn't talk about that one yet.
Because I go to school. I mean, I do research. I know things about things, I guess.
Like what? You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
I don't know. I like learning about history and, I mean, I'm not good at math, but...
Well, history, anything else?
I've been learning a lot about substance abuse, you know, trying to understand both sides for my family and
Mm-hmm.
friends, trying to understand how to help, how to find solutions.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want to use your intelligence to help people who are either suffering in poverty or are involved in the opioid crisis. Right. So what are some ways that you think you could put that into action? How can you efficiently do that?
Well, I guess I could just teach people about the opioid crisis.
How are you going to do that? How are you going to get people that you want to teach?
I mean, here at the program, I could talk to my friends about what I know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Maybe they can tell their friends.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What about down the road? Is this something that you think you want to do for maybe in the future, for a long time?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty involved in it anyway, so maybe.
Yeah. Like maybe working with people individually, one-on-one, or working with families, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And I mean, with the poverty thing, I guess I would do intelligent because I've learned over the years on how to preserve what I have and how to make what I have last a long time.
Yeah, so you can use the education thing in that route too. What
Mhm.
about empathetic or passionate? What's something that you could set a goal using your passion or your empathy to aid in either poverty or the opioid crisis? What's something that we can set up right now even, that we can make a plan? Could actually take action and be able to make a difference. Because I know it's what you've been wanting to do. We've talked about that before, how you want to feel like you are doing something, putting your life to good use. So what's something that we can set a goal for today?
I don't know, I guess I could help at, like, the soup kitchen or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one right down the street, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and I know that they always take volunteers. So maybe you could go down there and maybe try to talk to somebody who runs it. Maybe have a conversation with them about it. Yeah, that sounds great. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you. I always love having conversations with you. I want you to keep this, maybe put it on your wall or something, or, you know, keep brainstorming about it, and we can check in next week. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. And I want you to let me know about how that goes over at the soup kitchen.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you, you
Yeah.
too.